Hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Cooking with Alethea. Today, in my kitchen, I am solo, so I am playing camera person and showing you everybody how to do what I'm making today. So just bear with me. My daughter, she's not with us today, so she went out with her sister day today, so with one of her sisters. But anywho, everybody needs a break sometime. So I'm camera person today, so just bear with me if it looks a little shaky or whatever, rocky. It's because I'm solo today. I'm going to do my best though for you guys. And today I'm going to be making another fall comfort food. It could be a dessert, it could be a snack, or it could be a breakfast or lunch, whatever floats your boat. I'm going to be making warm apple caramel cinnamon buns. Now, earlier on my episodes, I made cinnamon bun, regular cinnamon bun with the dough, homemade dough and everything. If you want to, use that same recipe, check out that other video when I made cinnamon buns. But this is going to be, I'm incorporating apples and caramels with this here cinnamon bun recipe today. So let's get started. I'm going to show you guys the ingredients that I have here. I have about 2.5 tablespoons of melted margarine in my pan here, in my frying pan. I don't know if you can see it. There we go. And I have 2 apples that I cut up. I diced up here, my apples. And I also put like 2 teaspoons of, 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract in my apple mixture here. I'm going to put that in our frying pan and saute them like a little soft. You want them sauteed like something like an apple pie softness texture, soft. So we're going to do that. See, I put my apples and vanilla extract in the pan here. Trying to get you guys together, situated here. Okay, so we got that on low heat. So that's going to be a part of the filling. Also, I have for our cinnamon buns, I have some Cool Whip. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with this Cool Whip. Okay, we have our caramels here, 1 package of caramel creams. We're going to melt them. That's going to be towards the end though. We have our lemon. I squeezed a little bit of lemon juice in the apples. Okay, like you're making an apple pie filling there. I have our brown sugar here. And for the seasonings, we have the vanilla extract, like I said. We have our ground cinnamon. We have our ginger. And we have our nutmeg. And that's all going to go into the filling for the cinnamon rolls. Here we have I went ahead and made the yeast dough mixture for the cinnamon rolls ahead of time. And like I said, if you want to, check out that recipe for it, it makes delicious yeast rolls for your Thanksgiving or Christmas dinners also. You can check out that video in my earlier videos that I have done. Now, like I said, I have went ahead and I made that cinnamon bun mixture for you, cinnamon bun dough mixture for you. I got to put my light on so I can see better. And I went ahead and I divide this dough in half, and I rolled out the first half of it here. See if you can see that. That's rolled out into a rectangle, 13 by 9 rectangle. Now I'm going to put you guys down, so just bear with me. Like I said, I'm new at this. My camera person is not here, but you know what? It's okay. We're going to get through this. Now, you guys are not going to be able to see me as much in this because I'm going to be putting the filling here in our cinnamon. Excuse me, in our oh, yes, it's on. Hello. Okay, now you can see it good here. Sorry, guys. the brown sugar. It looks like it's about 2 cups here. I'm going to put some cinnamon in here. And like I always said, I love my cinnamon, so I don't really measure my spices per se, especially the cinnamon. So you can do as much or as little as you want. So I'm mixing that up in here, okay? And this is going to sprinkle over our dough mixture. I'm going to have some ginger in here. I'm going to do a couple of shakes of ginger. Well, more than a couple of shakes, all right? And some nutmeg. Same thing. A couple of shakes of nutmeg. Well, that's like more than a couple of shakes, but it's okay. It's all good. All right. Mix that up real well. And we're going to take it over to our rectangle that I rolled out ahead of time with the brushed margarine over it. Let's check on our apples before we do this. Okay. We're going to check on our apples. Well, I guess we're not going to check on our apples that way. But anyway, here's our apples. Our apples are coming up good, as you can see. All right. Apples are coming up good. Now, I'm taking the cinnamon sugar mixture here, and I'm going to sprinkle this on our dough. All right, let me see if I can turn you guys around so you can see it. Wait, hold on. Okay, now here's our dough. Now I'm taking this cinnamon sugar mixture, brown sugar mixture, and I am sprinkling it on the dough. Now remember, we're going to be doing this 2 times because we have another dough that's waiting for us to roll out and do the same thing. Okay. And if you have to add more cinnamon sugar to your dough here, you can. It's fine. Because remember, calories don't count. When it comes to comfort foods, calories don't count. Now, there are some low-calorie comfort foods out there. I guess I need to look them up or experiment a little bit more so that, you know, we can show you. So that's the dough with the brown sugar, cinnamon, spice mixture spread on it. Now, I'm getting ready to add the apples here. Okay, here's our chopped apples. Let me turn them off. This is our chopped apples here. Okay, they're like al dente. All right, that's going to be good in our mixture over here. So I am, just bear with me, guys. Sorry, you don't want to see my trash can. So I'll show you the dough. Okay, I am putting this in a little pot so I can bring this over. There we go, it's much better. These are our apples that we cooked up in the pan. And I'm going to sprinkle some of these apples, okay? If you want them in smaller pieces, you can do them in little smaller pieces if you want. If you want to just don't want to go through all this trouble of cutting them, peeling them and cutting them up and cooking them, then you can buy a can of apple pie, you know, mixture and use that. That'll be good too. I thought about doing that and I was like, you know what? No, because it's fall and people like apples in the fall. They like real apples. Not saying that's not real apples, but they like, you know, the good stuff there. The fresh stuff. So now I'm taking my dough and you're rolling it, okay? Lengthwise. You're rolling this. Remember, I'm doing this by myself today. Camera and everything, so that's how we learn. It's okay. It is okay. Alright, so we rolled it up like that. Look like a log. And see those lumps in there? That's the apples. Okay, so that's going to... Next, we're going to take our knife and we're going to cut some slices here, and we're going to put this into a buttered dish, a buttered baking dish or a buttered baking pan. And this is going to have to rise for about another hour. After that, it goes into an oven for 350 degree oven for about a half hour, but you're going to eyeball it because some ovens vary. Okay, see how I'm doing this? You want them to go like, close to one another. They're going to rise, and they're going to rise look like all in one, but that's okay. That's how you want it to be. So those apples are like coming out saying hello. This is going to be really, really good. Put this apple, push it down in there, everything. You don't waste not, want not. That's what my mom said. She used to say that to us all the time. So that's a baby one. Let's put this one right here. Here's a good one there. And I'm going to stick a couple apples in here because that one's missing some apples. And put that in there. Okay, so this is like one pan of our apple cinnamon rolls, okay? Now, remember I told you that we have Cool Whip topping was one of our ingredients, right? You take your Cool Whip topping. This is going to make it creamy. This gives it the creaminess. And you just place like a dollop over each one, and you kind of spreading it like it's frosting, right? Okay? This is going to be oh so good. So these are going to be like gooey and just woohoo, dreadfully good. And that's good. Like comfort foods are good for like the cold nights or cold mornings, whatever, and you want something hot as a treat. This is it. With a nice cup of hot coffee or a hot tea. Oh boy, you're saying something there, boy. And when we eat our comfort foods, we don't think about calories. Which we should, but we really don't. Okay, so this is going to go into the oven. This is our first batch, like I said. It's going to go into the oven, 350 degrees for about 30 minutes, but eyeball them. If they start getting brown, then you have to take them out. But give it about 30 minutes in the oven. I will be back with, when they come out the oven, you're going to see how they look, and then I'm going to show you how I do my caramels for this. So I'll be back. Stay tuned. Okay, we're back. Now, it's been an hour since the cinnamon rolls have been rising, and I wanted to show you guys before I put them in the oven how far they rose. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys now. Let me flip it around here if I can. Okay, now this is the finished product of them rising. See how they double in size there? And this one looked like it's all one. We're getting ready to put it in the oven, like I said before, 350 degrees, about 30 minutes. And when they're done, I'll take them out, and then I'm going to make the caramel sauce. So I had put a small package of caramels that I bought from the dollar store. These are caramel creams. And I unwrapped each one and put them in this pan here with a little bit of vanilla extract and a little bit of margarine in there. And I'm going to cook this down till they melt. I'm going to stay with it and stir it up and, make it like a sauce. And that's going to go over top of these cinnamon buns once they finish baking. But I will be back when the cinnamon buns come out the oven, and I'm going to show you guys. Okay, guys, and as promised, we are back with our final presentation of our warm caramel apple cinnamon buns. and boy, are they delicious. They are a treat. You guys have to make these. My place is smelling up a storm right now, something good. It smells like fall in the kitchen all throughout the place here. And I have my cup of coffee. They go very well with the cinnamon buns. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to this channel. We'll be bringing you more cooking videos during this fall time and for the rest of the season. Winter's coming too, so we're going to have winter treats also. So I will see you next time with Cooking with Alethea. Bye bye, happy eating, and I will see you next time.